Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Dad, Tom, look who's here.
I should have smelt a rat the minute you suggested this.
Who are you calling a rat?
That does it. You've got just 2 seconds, Madge. Either he gets off his backside and out of this house, or I do.
Mum, would you just listen to me for a minute?
You lied to me, Madge.
Yes, but I knew you wouldn't come down here if you knew Dad was here.
No, I certainly would not. But it's good to see you, son.
Hello, Mum.
How are you? Have you been taking care of yourself?
Well, Madge's cooking is not exactly in your league, but I'm doing pretty well.
You always did appreciate my cooking. Unlike some people I could mention.
Well, he stuck around for 50 years. He couldn't have thought it was too bad.
Being taken for granted is quite different to being appreciated. As you will understand, Tom, you always were a kind, considerate son. But of course you took after my side of the family.
Yeah. The moment Sookie Boy came on the scene, I was just the bloke who paid the bills and put out the garbage.
Now, I think it might be a good idea if I made us all a cuppa and we sat down and talked sense.
I have nothing to say to your father, and you had no right to get me here under false pretenses.
Oh, Mum, I was trying to help.
Then tell him to pack his bags right now. I'm not sharing a cup of tea or anything else with him in this house.
I was here first. To be easier for her to go. She hasn't even unpacked.
All right, I will.
Oh, no, Mum, no.
Mum, you've only just got here.
Now, listen, you two. Surely you can spend a couple of days under the same roof without World War III breaking out.
Right.
Well, I'd be willing if your mother can keep a trap shut for 5 minutes.
All right, I'll stay. If he keeps well and truly out of my way.
No worries. I've made some very nice friends since I've been here. Oh, did I tell you I wouldn't be in for tea tonight? I've got a date with Helen Daniels. A real woman.
And the Lassiter files go here?
No, that one's quotes and general info and so on, remember?
That's right, yeah, you told me.
How are you on computers?
I'm a little rusty, although I did do a course about 12 months ago.
It's all a bit confusing at first, but you'll soon get the hang of it.
Susan, if you don't think you can handle it, I'd rather you tell me now. I need somebody that can start straight away.
Really, I'll be fine.
Okay, freeze. This is a sticker up. Hand over the cash. Come on, make it snappy.
He wants the money for the pub tour.
Been watching Bogart movies again. We got better things to do in the Gibbons household. Thanks, Paul.
Is that something I'll have to do when you're not here?
Susan, you're on trial. Let's see how things work out before I give you that type of responsibility.
Yes, of course.
Zoe, it's important that Susan knows how to use the phones.
Yeah, sure. Come on through.
Why did you have to jump down her throat like that?
She needs a bit of time to get her confidence. I said I'd give her a chance, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Just remember, if she doesn't work out, you're the one that's got to break the news to her.
Great.
I've used that kind of system before.
It's all just common sense. You'll get used to it.
That's if I'm around long enough. I think Paul's already wishing he'd said no.
Oh, he takes the business very seriously, but he's okay. If you just do the job and take the money, won't have any problems with him.
So?
Well, there's something wrong? It's not Daphne, is it?
Oh, no, she's much better.
Oh.
I have to talk to you privately.
Des, you're wearing your bank manager's face. What's up?
I'd rather discuss this in private. Listen, meet me at the waterhole during your coffee break.
Is it that urgent?
Yep, you better be there, Zoe. Huh?
That should fix your headache, Mum. A nice cup of tea the way you like it.
Thank you, dear.
Do you need an aspirin? Is that what you're looking for?
Oh, I'll get it.
You know I never take tablets. Here we are. Have you seen these? What do you think of your little granddaughter?
Oh,
Hey?
isn't that lovely? Moira really wanted a girl.
Holly. They called her Holly. Holly Harrigan.
Oh, I like that. That's lovely.
Why didn't Moira let me know?
Do you mean to say your father didn't even tell you?
He and I don't talk.
What sort of man wouldn't even tell his own son he's a grandfather? But of course, these days you never think of anyone but yourself and that creature at the bowling club.
Oh, Dad, you could have told me.
I'm not interested in what happens to his family. They wiped me off years ago.
How can a family be friendly with a father who won't even speak to his son?
She's a little beaut, isn't she? I reckon she even looks a bit like me.
Good.
She does. Moira said that as soon as she saw her.
Oh, dear, I've got to get off to work. Now, can I trust you two not to come to blows while I'm gone?
Don't worry, I'll be here to referee.
Will you be away long?
Depends how dry the customers are, doesn't it, girl?
What's the silly old thing talking about?
Well, Maggie's got a new job, haven't you, Maggie? Yes, sir. Barmaid at the local pub.
Madge! How could she sink so low?
Here we are, Mum.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you.
And you say Moira didn't have too rough a time?
That daughter of yours. She insisted on doing the washing and hanging it out before she'd go to the hospital. We were terrified she was going to have the baby under the rotary hoist.
But she made it on time, eh?
Just. And of course she was over the moon when they told her it was a girl.
Mind you, she's not all Ramsay. I mean, look at that chin. That's Grandpa Harrigan to a T, eh?
It is, too.
Oh, she's nothing like that stupid old buzzard. She's a Ramsay through and through. Take a look at her smile. It's charming.
Yes. Well, let's hope she uses her charms a little more discreetly than her great-grandfather. He's made me the laughing stock of the bowling club, you know.
And who pushed me into joining?
Fooling around with that Rosie Jacobs like a lovesick teenager.
Rosie Jacobs is a very nice woman. And a lot of fun. Which is more than I can say for you these days.
Look, I think I'll go and drop Moira a line or two, you know, tell her I've seen the photos.
Listen, you nagged me stupid into taking up new interests when I retired.
I meant things we could do together.
Well, why didn't you come up with a few bright ideas?
I did several times, but you were so busy making a fool of yourself over that Rosie Jacobs to take any notice.
Don't talk rubbish.
And now, I've been here 5 minutes, and I find you tracking around after Helen Daniels. Well, all right, go out with her. Find yourself a dozen new women. Because, quite frankly, Dan Ramsay, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Susan,
I appreciate it.
when you've finished with your personal calls, I'd appreciate it if you'd take some dictation for me.
Coming.
Ah, there you are. Des was here asking for you.
Was he?
Well, he thought you were going to meet him at the waterhole, but apparently you stood him up.
Oh, well, you know how he is. Busy.
Yes, well, whatever it is, it must have been fairly important. Because he insisted that you meet him at the coffee shop in your lunch hour.
Right. Thanks for passing that on.
I'll leave you to get on with it.
Congratulations, Grandpa.
How about that, eh? I feel like shouting the whole of Ramsay Street to Champers.
You do much better to set your granddaughter a good, sober example. You should buy her a nice present instead.
Listen to great Aunt Madge laying down the law. Well, you're right. And I'm going to do just that. But I'm going to deliver it in person.
In person?
Yeah, well, I decided to ring Moira instead of writing. And she's prepared to let bygones be bygones, and she's invited me up there to stay for a bit. So I booked the flight and everything, and I'm off to Ipswich tomorrow.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it? So I score Dan and Edna all to myself.
Oh, well, what could I do with a silly old coot? He won't even talk to me. And to tell you the truth, Madge, they're driving me up the wall. You should have heard them after you left.
What about your work?
Well, I've got a bloke in mind who can take over for a bit, if he's available.
Do you mean you've gone and booked your trip and you don't even know if he can?
Now, take it easy, Madge. I promise I'm going to leave everything A-OK and tight as a drum. You got enough problems without that.
Well, I'm glad you spoke to Moira anyway.
Yeah, there's nothing like a baby to bring a family back together, eh?
Ah, tell that to our parents.
Did you tell Tom about my idea?
No, I didn't.
Clive, things are rough enough. Stay out of it, mate.
No, Tom, I really think this scheme might work.
Yeah? Well, it'd better.
I got it for Daphne, thought it might cheer her up.
Well, I won't beat around the bush, you know what it's about. Head office has been on the phone about your Pacifico.
Oh, I didn't know my little account was so important.
You're over the limit. Well over the limit.
Boy, I can't be. I've only used it on really small things.
Because the purchases were under $50, the stores didn't check. So the account has been going up.
But I told you I haven't used it that much.
So you can't go on using a card and not have any idea that you're over the limit. It's irresponsible.
Des.
It is. And it's not fair to the banks or the stores.
How much over?
$300.
It can't be.
It is, and you can't use that card until you're paid off.
But I don't have that much money.
Oh, you'll have to get it from Tony.
No way, that's the last thing I'd do.
Well, you can pay him back.
I couldn't stand him knowing the kind of mess I've got myself into. It's my debt, I'll have to pay it.
I'll talk to head office about arranging some sort of payment program.
Oh, could you, Des?
I can't guarantee that they'll go along with it.
If they don't?
Well, you could be blacklisted for credit for up to 5 years, and they could summons you to appear in court, then you'll have to pay back the lot. So I reckon we better get together tonight and work something out. In the meantime, don't even think about using that card, all right?
Helen, this is your lucky day. I have a very special mission for you.
Why me?
You're having dinner with Dan tonight, yes?
Hmm?
Did you know Edna had arrived?
No, how nice. Oh, I haven't seen her for ages. We'll have a good long gossip over dinner.
Forgive me, Helen. Your grammar may be impeccable, but your maths falls a little short. There won't be 3 of you.
But if Edna's
The
here,
Ramsay Senior are at war.
I don't believe it. They're inseparable.
Not anymore. As of now, that marriage is on the rocks.
Awful. Oh, well, in that case, I'll change the arrangements.
Imagine I have a better idea. You keep the date, but you give Dan a thoroughly miserable evening.
I beg your pardon?
Instead of being your intelligent, charming, witty, agreeable self, you disagree with everything he thinks, says, or does. He'll start to see Edna in a completely different light.
Are you sure this will work?
Men hate women who disagree with them, Dan in particular. Trust me, Helen, this plan's a winner.
Well, that's fixed up. Trevor Burns is going to take over the business, Madge. No worries.
I've heard that before.
No, he's a good man. Nothing too much trouble for him. Real salt of the earth.
And what are your customers going to think, Tom, with you taking off at a minute's notice?
Look, you always said family was first, Mum. Well, I've taken a leaf out of your book. Finally. Hey, I'm really looking forward to seeing that baby. Holly. It's a great name, eh? Hey, and you'll be a great grandmother, although you don't look a day over 50.
You know, it makes me so sad to think that at such a lovely moment your father and I have decided we don't want to stay together any longer.
Listen, you've been a good wife and a damn good mother. He had it made the day he met you. As far as I'm concerned, you're better off without him.
Oh, Tom, you don't believe that any more than she does. They belong together. It's ridiculous to think of them separating after all these years.
Would you two mind not talking as though I'm not here?
Oh, Mum, it's too late for either of you to change. And deep down, I don't think he wants that any more than you do. He may have his faults, but he does love you.
And Helen Daniels was supposed to be a good and trusted friend, too, wasn't she? People change, Madge. I've got to accept that. And so have you.
Oh, thank you.
Sugar?
No, I don't. Thank you, Dad.
I have a real sweet tooth. Well, what do you think? Would you like to go into a club from here?
No, I find places like that noisy and boring.
Yes, well, it's a good meal.
Well, I don't want to be ungrateful, but quite frankly, considering the charges, I thought it was quite ordinary.
Yes, well, I don't go out much myself these days, except for the RSL. A man feels he belongs. Of course, the young ones wouldn't understand that.
Well, it wasn't their war.
We fought with them. We made this country what it is today.
Well, that's not something I'd brag about.
What do you mean? This is a great country.
It's a very troubled country, and I don't just mean financially.
Well, you know who's to blame for that. All these young dropouts who won't do a decent day's work.
I'm sure the majority of them would be very glad to work if they could only find a job.
What are you, a communist?
No, I'm I'm a pacifist. I'm against violence in any shape or form.
I bet I know who you'll vote for in the next election.
You'd lose your money. I have a very individual attitude to politics.
Like football?
No, I told you I'm against violence in any form. I like the ballet, and opera, but...
Oh, I know you and Edna have got on all right over the years, but you're as different as chalk and cheese.
You know, I think Edna's way of life wouldn't suit me at all.
Well, you and I mightn't agree on some things, but my word, I like a woman with a mind of her own.
You do?
Of course. A woman like you's a challenge. And I like that. I like it very much.
Dinner was wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I think Sam would have appreciated it.
I think maybe pate is a little rich at 3 months.
I don't know. Pureed liver, lots of protein. I can just see him at his first formal party. Pate, yes, I love it. I was raised on it, you know.
You're so good with him, Clarke.
Ah, well, he's the best kid in the world when he's asleep.
Fingers crossed he has a better night.
Well, I'm doing the night shift, so don't you worry about that.
I can't help worrying about what's ahead for both Sam and me. Not everyone's got your attitude to an unmarried mum.
Oh, well, times have changed. You'd be surprised.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not even thinking about a man in my life. I just want to make a go of this job, make a decent life for Sam and me.
Well, anything I can do, include me in, right?
Thanks.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
But you've already done so much.
You, madam, are going to have a long bath and then you're going to put your feet up and be thoroughly pampered because the first day in any job's rough.
Would you believe me if I told you that you're a pretty wonderful person?
Completely. I would, yeah. Off you go. You're off duty. Go on.
Oh, g'day, Zoe. Now, did you work on your budget?
Oh, yeah. What's with the music?
No, that's Mike, Scott and Charlene in the bedroom studying, I hope. Sit down. Zoe, they won't accept this in a pink fit.
Oh, I spent a lot of time working that out.
You're lucky you don't work for the bank. We would have gone bust ages ago.
Well, the way I figured it, I can't afford to make bigger repayments than that.
Do you really spend that much on clothes a month?
Oh, well, a girl's got a dress. Besides, Tony likes me to look nice.
Yeah, I really think you can do your own nails. And $40 a week on cabs. Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
It's just being realistic.
Your ideas of the essentials are a bit different than mine. Now, look, I've worked out your essentials. That's food, rent, and fares.
What about my entertainment allowance?
Well, for the moment, that comes under TV hire.
Oh, boy.
Now, I've spoken to head office and they've agreed with the repayment plans that I've worked out, but not a cent less.
Thanks. I really appreciate your help, Des.
I'll be policing those payments. Just remember that.
I will. Anyway, I've got to fly. Thanks again.
Zoe,
What's with the scissors?
the card. Let me see you do it. Zoe? Scissors.
Just testing.
What on earth can he be doing at this hour?
Oh, Mum, it's only just after 9.
If he was at home, he'd be snoring in front of the television set by now.
Well, I've got a big day tomorrow. I think I'll get all my bits and pieces together and get my packing done.
Oh, Tom, I ironed your fawn shirt and I put it in your room.
Thanks, Matt.
Tom's right. Why should I be sitting up here worrying about this silly old thing? I'm going to have a long hot soak.
I think that's probably a very good idea.
Thank you, Dan.
I told you Madge would still be on deck.
I think I better go home.
Oh, not till you've tried my port and had a coffee.
Did you have a nice evening?
Bonza, I'll get the drinks.
Yes, Edna.
In the bath. Well, tell me.
It was a disaster.
What happened?
I've never been so pig-headed or disagreeable in my life.
Then why didn't it work?
Because he likes women with minds of their own. They're a challenge. He can't wait for the next time.
Coffee won't be long. Get that into you, Helen, and see if I was exaggerating.
I told you, Dan, I don't like cheap and nasty port.
That'll make you change your mind. Madge?
Oh, Dad, you know I only drink on special occasions.
Well, I reckon this could be the one. Still, all the more for me. A toast to a lovely evening and a very lovely lady. I reckon this could be the start of something for us, Helen.
Right. That's it.
Edna, nice to see you.
Don't you speak to me, you Jezebel. It's women like you who break up decent marriages.
Oh, no, Mum. Mum, let me explain.
There's nothing to explain and nothing to discuss. I want a divorce, and the sooner the better.